what should we talk about now?
Oh.
So, tell me how, when you got Heebie Jeebies and you had just the titles out, what made you put in the flavor text?
Well, actually, that was kind of fun. So when we go way back, 4 whole years ago, a little history on the game itself. The whole idea of Heebie Jeebies came about when we were playing a video game with some friends of ours, and one of them in particular was really easy to pick on. And
When you mean pick on, I mean,
What?
did you
well, you have certain friends that you can just poke and get good reactions out of.
like push a button?
Yeah. We like to push buttons. So,
No, you like to push.
well, I like to push buttons. So, this particular friend, we started talking about different things, and for some reason, the word moist came up. And we would have thought that she was jumping
You can go right.
through our little Ventrilo server that we were talking on, because she would just went crazy. It's like, oh my God, don't ever use that word, and just, which of course made I want to use it more because it was just funny. So, from that one little bit, we started thinking, if that pushes her buttons, I wonder what else does. So then the next thing you start thinking about an ant crawling around in your ear, or stepping on something slimy in a shower, and just really got kind of, not so much like, we tried to stay away from disgusting, but just the things that made you kind of cock your head and twitch when, that uncontrollable shiver. So the game was born out of that idea, and within a couple of months we had a prototype that only had
Sorry.
lots of bumps. Sorry, we're on the road, but it only had names of the cards, and so we took that out and we started playing it with people, and we had really good responses to it. But we knew we were kind of missing out because some of the cards didn't quite have have as much strength as other cards, so they were kind of, we were trying to level the playing field. So we figured out the best way to do that was to come up with flavor text and try to describe and paint that mental picture in a way that just the name of the card itself couldn't. So my wife and I, Tamara, she would drive us to Chicago, and I would sit with a laptop while we were going in to visit family, and we would go through card by card and put flavor text together for each of these cards that we did. And it's about a 2.5-hour drive from where we live to get into Chicago, and there were times when we had to just stop, because we would we'd get done with flavor text and go, wow, that's just really disturbing. I can't get that image out of my head now. Oh man, just not right. So after many trips, we were able to finally put that all together and put the flavor text in, and then we put that into our first prototype. From there, artwork changed. We added more cards, removed some cards, and we're able to play test it in various different environments. Played with twins from Australia. It's really funny when twins who live together can't get them right. So you got something kind of funny when you get stories pouring out of those guys. We played with people at a Mardi Gras party one night that we were surprised anybody could even read the cards, but they had a ball. And we played with 10 people, 3 people, all kinds of stuff. So that seems to be like that's how we kind of started out with it, and where it's kind of evolved to at this point. And now we're off to play it at a convention and try to get more oohs and ahs and squeamish looks from anybody who will play with us.
So are you going to talk anymore about like how this all came about? I mean, what's a good way to keep in touch?
So I think we're going to try to explain where we are in our games, because we're trying to get back into our game production. This will be our fourth one for the company, so we're going to start thinking about putting more videos and talking about where we're at and seeing people have questions and answering questions and whatever, helping out as we can. You should find a button somewhere up here that says subscribe somewhere. Go ahead and click it, and we'll see if we can keep everybody updated and do this more often and fill you in on where things are at and any random ideas that might be exploding out of my head.